There was a specific moment. You probably can't point to a date or a decision, but one day you looked in the mirror and the person looking back felt like a complete stranger. It didn't happen in one dramatic betrayal or one catastrophic failure you can point to and say, that was it. That's where it happened. It happened slowly, between who you were at 17 and who you are right now. Someone replaced you. One small compromise at a time. One conversation where you said what the room needed to hear instead of what you actually thought. One dream you quietly reclassified as unrealistic, packed away temporarily, and never took back out. The terrifying part is that each individual compromise made complete sense. The world rewarded the adjusted version, the smaller, safer, more acceptable edition of you. And because you are smart, you learn to give the world exactly what it rewarded. This specific, quiet moment of non-recognition is a haunting kind of success. You are functioning perfectly as someone you never actually agreed to be. Psychologists call it identity foreclosure. You stop exploring who you are, locking into a rigid version based entirely on external feedback. Praised for being agreeable, you became agreeable. You abandoned truth for external reward, and the fluid parts of your personality harden into place. Every reward reinforced the architecture, every nod of approval, every time someone needed you stable, and you delivered a stability you did not actually possess. You became extraordinarily skilled at performing fine, even while you were breaking. Brick by brick, you built a version of yourself that the world could easily use. And somewhere inside that construction, the original version got quieter until the noise of performing who you were supposed to be completely drowned out the signal of who you actually were. You've constructed a highly functional, entirely false architecture. It works perfectly to keep everyone around you comfortable while permanently trapping the person you started out as. Carl Jung observed this phenomenon destroying thousands of lives. He called this the persona, the psychological mask we construct for public consumption. Jung issued a very specific warning about this. He noted that the longer a person lives inside their persona, the more they begin to believe the mask is their actual face. They stop looking for what's underneath and just keep performing, more convincingly, more exhaustedly, until the performance is the only thing holding the structure together. Let's look at what this actually costs you, concretely. It costs you your opinions. Because you have performed agreement for so long in rooms where your real thoughts would have created friction, you genuinely cannot locate what you think anymore without first checking what the room requires. It costs you your relationships. The people closest to you love the version that shows up consistently, that never asks for too much, that manages its own pain quietly. It creates a very specific kind of devastation, being surrounded by people who have never actually met you. It costs you your ambition. The raw, unedited desire you had before you learned to want acceptable things gets buried under so many layers of what you are supposed to want that you can't tell anymore which goals are actually yours. But the heaviest cost arrives last. There is a part of you that watched every compromise, witnessed every time you chose comfort over truth. That part doesn't forget. The loss of your own respect is a silent weight you carry into every room, every single day. The philosopher Jim Rohn once noted that if you don't design your own life plan, someone else will, and what they have planned for you is not much. We can take that a step further. if you do not actively excavate your own identity, the world will assign you one. And the world's assignment is always the same. Be useful, be manageable, be consistent, create the least amount of friction for the people around you. Society then takes this slow, quiet erasure of a human being and rebrands it. We call it maturity. We call it growing up. We call it being realistic. You carry the accumulated weight of other people's comfort at the expense of your own authentic existence. This slow, quiet erasure of the self is the price you pay for staying manageable. So, what do you actually do? Not a massive life overhaul, not a dramatic announcement to everyone that you are finding yourself. You do something smaller, harder, and entirely private. You start telling the truth in rooms where it costs something. Not everywhere, not all at once in a way that burns down your life. Just one room, one conversation where the performance is available, but you choose the truth anyway. Doing this requires one deeply uncomfortable admission. You have to acknowledge that the functional, perfect person you became was not entirely your choice. But here is the reality. The person you were before the first compromise, before you made yourself smaller so someone else could feel larger, that version did not disappear. It was merely delayed. It is still waiting underneath the mask. The only question that matters right now is whether you are finally ready to stop being a stranger to yourself.